Good morning, everybody. Today is December 16th at 9:30 Eastern New York time. And what's going on with Bitcoin from a stage analysis perspective? Are we going to continue lower? Where is the trend? So, picking up where we left off in the last video, we were talking about how the 20-day was acting as was starting to act as this resistance, and we were hoping for the best case scenario is that this flag that was forming this wedge that the higher lows would hold, and that it could break through the 20 and break through the 50 and then continue with the uptrend. But as we are currently seeing, the resistance is holding strong. Also, from a narrative, from what I've been hearing, people are calling out this bear flag, which is now more of a bear wedge. But we do have some clear resistance. The 50-day is continuing to point down, so the 50-day is accelerating down. The 20-day has flattened, but we could see that price is not able to break above the 20-day, and we could see some clear. If we are able to even break above the 20-day, the 50-day could act as clear resistance. So if we are going to break down from this wedge and continue lower, then we will have to see where we bottom out before maybe consolidating, and maybe the 50-day just has to catch up while we go sideways. So maybe that is what could happen. But from where we are, what is the trend? The trend is down. Stage 4, we are definitely still in a confirmed stage 4. What we're looking for now is this mature decline, stage 4B, where the stock is down 50 to 80%. And like we were talking about, if we were to get down to that 50% range, that's at the 62,000 level. And if we get down to the 80, that would be pretty low. Pretty low. Do I think that we're going to get down to the 80? No. Could I see us getting down to the 50 range? Sure. And what's also interesting is some of the on-chain people I listen to, they are talking about potentially a 62 as a floor, because they are looking at the one of the true prices of Bitcoin. So it's some on-chain analysis that's looking at all of the coins in circulation, and there's an average line that says that around that 60 range. So if that does line up, I mean, that would be kind of perfect from a stage analysis perspective. But a lot of people are trying to speculate on what is the trend, or is this a downtrend? Are we in a bear market? Well, I can tell you that from a stage analysis perspective, we are in a stage 4 decline. This is the decline. Sure, we can have these momentary rallies where maybe things are looking up and people are getting excited and thinking that, the bottom's in and now we're going to the moon. But until we see the confirmation of a stage 1 basing or a stage 2 uptrend, then we cannot say that we are in an uptrend. These are just these little rallies that form consolidations before we break down even further, and that happens the same whenever we are in an uptrend. We have a rally, some consolidation, and then a breakout, and then we start getting into some more of this distribution like we see over here before we break out further, and then we have that topping, that stage 3 action before we break down into the stage 4. So this is just, I'm not coming up with anything new here. I'm not speculating on what's happening. I'm just telling you exactly as it is playing out and if it meets the criteria for stage analysis. So that is what is going on with Bitcoin. If we were to look at participation, so what is the general market? How is it doing? What I like to look at is total 3 ES. This is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, Ethereum, stablecoins. As we can see, not looking good. We are below. And then I like to break it down even further. So this is the top 10 altcoins, XRP to ADA, and we can see these are not looking that good. And then this is going to be our top 140 coins. As you can see, also not looking very good there. Some other participation metrics that we can look at is the number of coins, top 150 coins above the 200-day moving average. As we can see, we are well below. That is not a healthy participation in the market. We would want to be seeing it above the 50 range, and we'd also want to see some quick acceleration up, which is what typically happens. From a relative strength perspective, so relative strength is coins that are performing in relation to Bitcoin, as far as the strength, very few coins are actually showing strength that are actually worth watching. These are a few that I've just kind of picked out, and all of these are on some of these more obscure, MEX exchange. We do have one that is on on Radium that looks to be doing pretty good. We can see the pair strength up on this. This one, 52-week highs. This one's looking pretty good. So some, but a very small handful of charts that have kind of caught my attention. Everything else is not looking good. We could see the total participation, only 53. So when things are really going, we see this jump up into the hundreds, 200s, 300s. But right now, it is not looking pretty. And yeah, if we just look at the top gainers and top losers, we can also see the strength on these alts just not looking that great. When the top 500, you're only getting a 32%, and then there's only a small handful that are putting in some decent numbers, where the rest is very low. But then on the flip side, we see that the strength on the selling is there's wrecked. People are getting wrecked. We could see that there's a much higher strength of selling volume on altcoins compared to the gains. So if we were to look at the general market, so the market just opened up right now, what we're talking about, this was a pretty key day right here that made me think that we are entering into stage 3. This was a very clear change of character. This was the first time that we broke the 50-day. This red line. Before, we were mostly respecting the 20-day with some brief distribution, these consolidation areas where it would cut through, but it would rally back up. But now we can see we are pretty late in the trend right now. This was a major support area that has held, but we can see over here that volume is increasing. We were not able to break above the prior high, which is not a good sign. So when we're not able to break above the prior high like such, and now we are starting to break down with increasing volume, that means people said, okay, we're not going any higher, let's sell our bags, and now we are getting into some more distribution. So now what we're going to be watching for is the 20-day going to hold, is the 50-day going to hold, or are we going to continue and the trend is going to start to change? There's quite a few boxes that we need to check off for a confirmed stage 3. We saw the stage 3A early topping occur where price breaks below the 50-day on heavy volume, so we saw that right there. Volume spikes on down days, so we can see that the down days volume is spiking. We had this strong rally and people thought that we were going to continue and break above, but we were not able to break. We did break this, we were able to break the lower lows forming, but looks like we're starting to slow down here. So 200-day flattening, that's what we're looking for. Good news no longer creates new highs. Again, I'm not sure how much good news there is right now. Stage 3 confirmed topping, resistance forms near prior highs. We can definitely say that. So we can mark that resistance has formed from prior highs, since we are now there. So 50-day moving average now acts as resistance. We haven't seen that yet. Break below the 200-day. It's quite a way to go, but that would be a confirmed topping. Breakout attempts failed quickly. Yeah, that was a breakout attempt. I wouldn't say that it failed quickly. There was some strength here, but then it just broke down when it got up to the prior all-time high. So we still have to watch the SPY, see what happens, but right now it is not looking good. The market is looking really weak. But what's also interesting is that the number of stocks above the 200-day is now up to 61. So we could see this quickly turn, because again, when the SPY is not able to continue its rally like we saw over here, we're probably going to continue to see more breaking down of stocks and then falling below the 200-day. So that's the update for today. We're gonna keep watching, see what happens, and yeah, go from there.